I'm here in Jackson, Wyoming, about a mile from the downtown tourist area. And you know me on Triple D. I don't want to go where the tourists go. I want to go where the locals eat. And I hear the joint you gotta check out is Sidewinder's American Grill and Tavern.
Carne asada.
Sidewinders is all about the food.
Barbecue burger up.
It's fresh, it's homemade, and it's not trying to be too fancy.
Just like its owner, ex-Marine Joe Rice.
Not a chef, I'm a line cook. Just remember that. Don't ever call me a chef.
After flying jets, Joe landed in the restaurant biz and opened Sidewinders in '97, naming it after the missiles on an F-4 fighter jet.
Really a sports bar, American Grill with really good home-driven food.
The French onion soup's to die for.
French onion soup.
This is my favorite soup to have when I come here.
I appreciate French onion soup, and to find real deal French onion soup would be like epic.
So basically we start with some butter, olive oil, let that caramelize a little bit. We have Texas sweets, regular whites, red onions, leeks. Yeah, we'll sweat these down. This is translucent. A little salt, a little garlic, a little pepper, shallots.
Shallots had already been sweated down.
Yes, a little thyme. Stir that all in. Add our sherry.
That's really the kicker. A little bay leaf and some beef stock. You're making your own beef stock.
Our own beef stock.
How long will we let this cook down?
About an hour. First thing we do is put a crostini in.
Okay.
Just give it a little of the goodness here. Then a little, oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh, you're gonna screw this up, aren't you?
A little greasy. I pride myself on not knowing the real way
You know
to
what?
say
I think that's good. I can't fly a plane.
How do you say that?
Gruyere.
Okay, thank you. We're gonna take this and put it in a salamander.
To the salamander to melt the Gruyere.
Right.
Okay. All right. Sports bar with French onion soup. That's not something you see every day. This is great, great French onion, man.
Thank you.
All the discipline is correct. The crock makes it, the way you cut the onions, the variety of onions, and the sherry level's perfect. The salt level's right. The caramelization isn't too far. That's legit. Nice job.
Thank you.
So I'm here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I got this buddy, and he says next time you come into town,
Hey, man, check this out.
oh, dude, that's awesome. Anyhow, he says next time you come into town, you gotta find a great seafood restaurant because I'm a, what are you again?
I'm a vegetarian.
It means he only eats vegetables and seafood. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Vanilla Ice. Dude, what are you, stuck in the 90s?
I'm always stuck in the 90s. The best decade ever, man.
This is Pirate Republic.
There's a lot of Brazilian influence, and there's a lot of influence from all around the world.
That global flavor was picked up by Brazilian-born owners Roberto and Claudia Garrios during their many high seas adventures.
We spend most of our life on the Caribbean on a pirate ship.
You have a real pirate ship?
Oh, yeah.
Arg. That is cool. So you summoned your, like, inner pirate energy and applied it here?
Yeah,
And where did the recipes come from?
around the Caribbean, Venezuela, Brazil,
What's the dish we're gonna make?
the moqueca,
And what is a moqueca?
the seafood stew.
Okay.
Here is our golden corvina.
What else is gonna be in this?
We're gonna make the pepper sauce that I use in the moqueca.
Okay.
Those are mild. Biquinho pepper, bode pepper, that would be
It's a goat pepper?
gold pepper.
You really got a problem if it's a ghost pepper.
What's that one?
Dedo de moça would translate to lady fingers. That's a little spicy.
Gotta try that one. You like spice?
Huh?
I love spice.
And this is the malagueta, which is also known as piri piri.
Very nice.
Little touch of salt, little touch of pepper, in goes olive oil. Hit it up. You have to try that.
Ooh, that's real good.
Now we're getting into building the base of the sauce.
Correct. This is blended oil, garlic, a little onion, bay leaf, salt, pepper, our house-made pepper sauce.
That's as much as you put in? That's like 2 tablespoons.
About.
You made all
Yeah.
that for that little?
Oh, we've used it a lot in other dishes, too.
Oh.
Okay. Bell peppers,
Bell
great.
peppers go in.
You guys cook at home a lot?
It's a challenge when you start to do the veg cooking because you got so many different flavors and spices you can throw around. It's all about how you prepare it.
Pureed tomatoes?
Yes.
And this will cook down for how much longer, Chef?
About half an hour.
Got it. All right, Chef, let's get into this.
The moqueca sauce you just made, corvina, shrimp, clams, salt, pepper. This is dende oil from a palm tree.
Okay.
And it's traditionally used in this dish. And coconut milk. Then we go over the pan.
I feel terrible, too. We've got to make Rob one.
You gonna make it one for me?
I guess we could share. He'll get one bite and one bite only.
Then we add calamari and mussels.
As soon as they pop, we're ready to
We're
rock.
ready to go.
Look at that. There's a lot of seafood in this.
Smells delish. Let's see what we got here, brother.
Not dynamite.
Everything is cooked right, not overcooked. I love the kick. That is really good. Tastes a little Creole almost.
It's spicy, it's tangy. The kicker to the whole thing is the coconut milk. That's what gives it that luxurious, that creamy, that silkiness. It's fantastic. Now, this is where the friendship's gonna kind of get into a different realm.
Pull it back over here.
No, let's just bring it right back over here.
Wait a minute.
We're making the Pelmeni Soup. First, we're gonna grind the chicken, and then we add some ground onions, and then add some salt and pepper. This is very simple.
And the dough that we're gonna use for this is?
Dumpling dough, place it here into our special mold. Then we take our chicken and just start filling the gaps here.
Are we putting a layer on top?
Yes, and then I'm gonna take a bigger rolling pin.
So now you peel all that away?
Yes. We're gonna boil them in the chicken stock. Add mushrooms, tomatoes,
A little fresh dill.
and then when it starts boiling, we add our pelmeni.
So how long does that take to cook?
About 5 to 10 minutes. We add some pepper. It adds more heat to it. Then we add the sour cream on top and some more dill.
That thigh meat and the onion. The dumplings are redunculous.
Cheeseburger soup.
Not having to worry about the bun and all that kind of stuff. It's just fantastic.
Tastes like a cheeseburger in a bowl.
Okay, now I've never heard of that.
Yeah. First thing we do is put in the wonderful butter. Let this soften up a tad. All right, now you can give me the onions.
Got it?
We have to wait now for these to sweat out.
Sweat those down, turn them translucent. And now, here's the new burger that they're serving here at Grover's. This is the 4-pounder. See, this is a great move. You get some of that charred texture that you get on flat top.
Yeah.
So, you glaze the pan?
With water. And then I'm gonna put my chicken base in there. Next, half and half.
Okay.
Could you pass the slurry, please?
Is that a flour slurry or a...
Yes, flour and water. Now we'll put in the cheese sauce.
I thought it was mustard, and I'm like, I don't know how possible you could put that much mustard
You thought
in.
it was mustard?
Who made this recipe up?
Actually, I did. I just played with it, and this is what happened. Now we put in that wonderful burger. Next, lettuce.
We're really gonna put lettuce and tomato in this.
Yes, we are. Is there lettuce on a cheeseburger?
Well, I know there is, but
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
And lastly, the tomatoes. We mix it all together, and we're all done. Ready to taste it.
This is crazy. It smells like cheeseburger.
Here's to ya.
No way. This is, no kidding, liquid cheeseburger. So I'm here in the El Vedado region of Havana. It's kind of like the new downtown area. And I'm here to check out a joint where this guy is really preaching about the food.
Dos filetes de pescado con vegetales salteados.
And I mean preaching. He's preaching about how food should be great, and this is the place to get it. So the name is fitting. This is La Cathedral. That's right.
Y una papa frita. Todo eso con la comida.
Cilindrón.
Best place in the whole city.
Garbanzo fritos.
I love it here. I've been here pretty much every week since I've been in Cuba.
Sacan machisales también, por favor.
I was walking here and I saw the line and I thought, okay, where is the line? There must be good food.
And they're coming to see the resident minister of flavor, owner Diego Hernandez.
There is so many churches in a country, but only one cathedral.
Though it used to be a different place altogether. This was your mother's house.
Yes, it was my mother's house.
But he converted it to a holy house of culinary worship, and he's been backing in the masses since he opened in 2013.
I feel like I am going from my home to this home.
Whatever I get is absolutely perfect.
Cilindrón de chivo.
That's Cilindrón de Chivo, translated to big chili of goat, or big old goat stew.
The goat stew is delicious.
All right, what are we gonna make?
Cilindrón de chivo.
Did you sing that? Did you canta?
Cilindrón de chivo.
Ay, chira. So this is goat?
This is goat. First, we are cut and later marinate.
In what?
Red wine, black pepper, salt, garlic, bay leaf, and white pepper.
How long is this going to marinate?
12 hours.
12 hours. In the oven?
30 minutes, maybe 45.
Convection oven, super hot.
Let's make it.
Let's go.
The oil. This is from Spain. Green and red peppers,
Capitan, cebolla.
onions. And we put the cooked goat
Now we're gonna braise it.
and mix.
Okay. Tomatoes. Oh, loco. Tomato sauce. Okay, vino rosso.
Wine. 30 minutes.
Then we eat it.
Yeah.
With what?
White rice Malanga.
The malanga is like yuca, kind of like a boiled root.
Mojo criollo.
Vinegar with onion. Good.
And this stuff.
All right. It's delicious. This place is legit, man.
Gracias, chef.
Gracias. So I'm here in Cape Cod in the town of Falmouth, Massachusetts, right over the Bourne Bridge. Now, there are two types of restaurants in this area. You got those that are seasonal and those that are loved by everybody. You're right, the ones that are open year-round, like this joint, Dana's Kitchen.
Smokestack salmon up.
I love this place, I really do.
We'll come in the morning for the pastries and then come back at noon for lunch. Can't stay away.
Goat cheese salad.
Dana and Art are just really friendly people, really kind, hardworking, and they just make delicious food.
Let's get this out.
That's husband and wife team Dana and Art Tillman, who first met over food.
I grew up around here. She grew up in Detroit. We met at the Culinary Institute of America.
Then after getting married and having kids, well, they took another leap together in 2005.
A dream, a big dream for my husband and I to open a family business.
You can feel the love in the food. Everything looks beautiful when it's presented to you.
It's really fresh and it's really wonderful. I love it.
The soups here are the best.
I need a kale soup.
The Portuguese kale soup, just full of all good stuff.
One of the heartiest soups you can have.
All right, what are we making first?
We're gonna make the chicken stock.
For the Portuguese kale soup.
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna put the chicken in. Then we're gonna pour the water in.
A little mirepoix.
Carrots, celery, and onions. So we're gonna add the garlic.
Okay. Parsley.
Bay leaf.
How long are we gonna let this?
4 to 6 hours.
And then we'll strain it, and that's the beginning of the soup.
Exactly.
Now we got some schmaltz.
You got some schmaltz.
We got us some schmaltz. Straight up chicken fat.
Add the onion, chopped garlic, a little salt and pepper. And then the sausage, linguiça.
Who's linguiça?
Company up the street. They're 100 years old.
I like linguiça.
We're at the kale.
Gonna get it all in there,
We're gonna get it all in. It's gonna cook down. Now we're gonna add some hot chicken stock.
I'll have 9 bowls of this.
And then kidney beans.
Boiled russets, peeled and chopped. Little hot sauce.
A little hot sauce, about
And we
7
got-
shots.
Hey, look, squirrel.
Look at what?
5, 12, 15, 18, 19.
Dish up the kale soup.
What are we serving this with?
Some oyster crackers.
Of course we are. I love a good soup. This is great soup. But when you're making your own chicken stock, using a locally made linguiça with kale, simple seasonings, and you let it slow cook. It's just what I wanted. When I pulled up, little cottage, tucked away in the woods, cold day, grab some sausage and kale soup. I see why everybody loves you guys.
Oh.
Talk about real deal. Got a husband and wife team. He decides to pack up, move to Japan, and study ramen, then come back and open up shop. That's real deal. This is Kobe Japanese Restaurant.
Sesame tare's going in for the hiyashi chuka.
Yes, sir.
The food's phenomenal. You might need some stretchy jeans.
1 miso ramen up.
The ramen here is hands down the best in town.
Cooked up by Mike Fukamitsu, a longtime sushi chef who moved to Japan to master ramen making. So he and his wife, Emmy,
thank you, chef,
could start their own shop back in Utah.
The only place we could afford had a sushi bar. And we figured,
why not?
I already know how to do sushi, so let's do sushi and ramen. And
why did you call Kobe, by the way?
It was already in Kobe when we bought it.
So I assume the place had somewhat of a good reputation?
No, it didn't.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah.
It was 1-star when we started.
This is really unbelievable.
Katsu curry broth's ready to go.
The broth is rich. Everything just has really remarkable flavor.
You can tell there's really some knowledge behind the making of it.
This is the beginning?
We have a pre-made broth that just keeps getting added to.
It's like the mother broth.
It's a mother broth. It never ends.
So what goes next?
Pork bones.
Got it.
Pre-cooked so we can boil the blood.
So you're not dropping the impurities into the broth?
It's the back skin.
Love me some good back skin.
Some ears.
I hear what you're saying about the ears.
I get lots of collagen.
That's what gives that real silky richness.
Green onions, yellow onions, carrots, apples.
You can take broth from that now and make a dish.
Yes.
So the name of the dish we're making is?
Temporo ramen.
The Temporo Shoyu ramen is one of my favorites.
It's got the charshu pork. It's just an explosion of flavor.
What does temporo mean?
It's a thick slice of pork. We're gonna put the pork belly into the stock pot, boiled for about 5 minutes.
It goes in the fryer from here.
We're gonna make the braise, pork stock, soy sauce, sugar, Sancho, it's a Japanese seasoning. Ginger, green onions, a little bit of black pepper, sake, and water. Now that we've fried the temporo, we're gonna put the pork in the braise, simmer for about 24 hours.
I know this is the mother broth. What do we do to take it to this?
To the shoyu level.
Right, how do we make the shoyu base?
Soy sauce.
That was your chance. I'll show you.
Oh, I'll show. Hey, guy.
I gotta go, dude.
Soy sauce.
Fresh pureed garlic.
Garlic powder, onion powder. Whisk that up.
Boiled down.
Strained off. So we've got our cut and braised temporo. Potato starch, thicken it up a little bit. Spinach, shoyu base, the soup stock.
Oh, you brought the strainer over in case there's any particulates.
Whisk the base into the stock. Have the noodles, temporo toppings.
You're about ready to see a man enter the food coma.
A little bit of bok choy, a little bit of onion oil. You're making me hungry.
I'm gonna talk right now, and you don't get to say anything. First and foremost, the broth. Good collagen, silkiness, you get the velvet on the tongue. Dynamite noodle, cooked perfectly. The pork's the star. It's tender, a ton of flavor. Beautiful that you have the bok choy and the spinach. It's every bit of fantastic.
Perfect.
Lights out, man. Now you can talk.
All right.
Okay, what do you got to say now? Come on, you got to say now.
Thank you very much, guy.
So I'm right outside of Richmond, Virginia in Chesterfield to check out a joint everybody's talking about, and they're serving up my favorites. This is Karina's Jamaican Grill.
Karina's does a great job with her stew dishes, especially the oxtail.
Oxtail lunch.
You can't come to a Jamaican restaurant without trying the oxtail. It is the bomb.
This isn't from an ox, it's from a cow.
It's the best part.
What are we gonna do with it?
We start our marinade. Scotch bonnet pepper.
Got it.
Yellow onions. And then this is a little bit of adobo, thyme, garlic, and a little bit of Worcestershire.
And how long is this gonna marinate?
For about 24 hours. Vegetable oil goes in our pan here. We're gonna stir it off.
What are we gonna braise it in?
Plain water.
Water is gonna make the foundation of this oxtail.
Yes.
Huh. How long is this gonna go for?
About 2 hours. Here we go. It's been doing its thing. We're nice and tender.
Okay.
A little bit more onions and peppers go in, scallions, and a little bit more Scotch bonnet. I'm not gonna go all the way.
I'll go all the way.
All
It's you
right.
and me.
And some stewed tomatoes.
And where did you learn all this?
My mother.
I love it.
Thyme and a little bit more adobo. We'll let it simmer for about 20 minutes, then we'll add slurry, flour, and water.
So what's going on with the beans?
Those are butter beans.
Smells fantastic.
That's it.
Okay, we get into the rice and beans.
Yes. Small red beans, water to cover, bay leaf, a little bit of onion, allspice. This is sort of the big component of jerk. Thyme and garlic.
We're just gonna keep adding stuff. Oh yeah, and you know what else we need to do? Towel, kitchen towel needs to go in. And we're gonna also build the rice.
Coconut milk goes in. This is what's gonna give us nice, creamy richness. A little bit more thyme.
Boy, this thyme is taking up a lot of time.
Thyme. And some scallion.
Just big old massive pieces like that.
Yes. These are Scotch bonnets. We'll just break it open.
Okay, good.
Stuff that in there. Rice.
Is there any measurement going on?
Oh, why?
This is just pour, dump, add.
You kind of feel.
Oh yeah, that's how I always do it. So this is gonna cook down.
And then we go to plate. And here comes your tail.
So nice little gravy, beans. Now, is it proper to pick it up and eat it with your hands?
Best way to do it.
This is the dish right now that should be torturing you. It is so delicious. You get the tenderness, but the chew of the oxtail. It's luscious, it's tangy, it's meaty, just soaking up all that gravy, all that sauce. That slow-mo was for you.
Got oxtail with rice and peas. The flavor and the tenderness, right on the money.
Suck the meat off the bone. Is that good?
Fantastic. I can't give it a better word.
The killer is the rice and peas on there. I want more of that all day.
Tremendous.
So I'm here in Monterey, California, known for Cannery Row and awesome seafood. Well, I'm in the locals area. I'm downtown to check out a joint that the locals love, an old school, family-run Italian joint. This is Rosine's.
Angel hair pasta.
We're down 2 or 3 times every week because it's our favorite restaurant.
Chicken Parmesan.
I don't like it. I love it. It's better than my Sicilian grandma's.
Wow, someone's out of the will. Authentic Italian's been headlining this joint since 1980, when Chef Jim Colcassi's parents, Jim and Rosine, made it a family affair.
Everything is absolutely amazing. I've never had a bad meal here. Ultimate Burger, Reuben, table 6.
How long you worked here?
All my life, basically, since
Your mom's
1980. My mom's, Rosine.
Really?
Yeah.
Is your mom Italian?
Yes, Sicilian, actually.
And if you time it right, you'll catch Rosine herself helping out in the kitchen.
This is definitely a family. You couldn't get any more family than this.
They're always walking around to make sure you got everything you want. You're gonna get a wonderful home-cooked meal, wonderful portion.
Here's your minestrone. Tell me about the minestrone.
Minestrone's off the charts.
The Minestrone Soup is one of the locals' favorites.
We're gonna make our Minestrone Soup.
Okay.
We start with top brown. Then
Do we get hot?
No, we start cold. Watch.
I'm getting a little freaked out right now, but I'll go with what you got.
Dry red beans, granulated garlic and onion.
Hold on, how many cups of granulated onion and garlic?
A lot. Sugar, oregano, sweet basil, black pepper, bay leaves, white pepper, tomato paste, beef base. Then we add water.
Okay.
We give it a stir, here we go. And then we add our diced tomatoes and our tomato sauce.
This is, without question, one of the craziest minestrones I've ever seen. No other veggies.
No, this is the first part.
This is the beginning.
This is the beginning.
Okay, don't rush the song.
We're gonna let this cook for about 4 hours.
4 hours.
Now we're ready to pull out all the beef.
Okay.
All right, let's put it on a pan. All the beef's out.
You let this cool down before you shred it.
Exactly. Next step will be we add celery, carrots, zucchini, onions, and cabbage.
I like where this is going. Now, how much longer are you gonna let this cook?
Till the vegetables are tender, about an hour. There we go.
You take all this meat now, shred it,
Shred it, yes.
and throw it back in. All right, Jimmy, dish it up.
A little pasta in.
Okay. So I like the pasta's not floating in the pot thing, because that always drives me nuts.
And then we top it off with Parmesan cheese. Start your meal.
I love the cabbage in there, the shredded beef, not something you typically find in minestrone. A nice rich broth. I mean, the whole thing.
Great.
It's delicious. But I want to call the real boss in. Rosine, are you back there? Now, this is the authority. Got a lot to be proud of, girl. Very nice to meet you.
Thank you, Guy. Very nice.
And look at her. I mean, to the nines. The hair, the bling. We have a rule that there is no, you can't wear more bling than the host of the show. Oh, my gosh. Hanging out in Burlington, Vermont. We're at the Bluebird Barbecue Joint. And they're taking their classic cue and running with it.
Got a Pitmaster Ramen, add burn ends.
Barbecue inside of ramen, normal?
No, however, the flavors really do pair well together.
It has that smoky flavor that's delicious.
We're gonna show you how we make our burn ends, which is the topping for our Pitmaster Ramen. Season this brisket up with a salt pepper blend.
This is gonna go on the smoker how long?
15 hours. We started at 220 and then we'll bump it up to 250 for the final 2 hours of the smoking process.
Got it. Let's talk about the beef broth.
So this is actually gonna be a chicken broth.
Yes. Really?
A little different.
All chicken bone.
Just backs and necks. They have really great collagen in there.
The collagen is what creates that creaminess.
Then we have onions, carrots, celery, fresh thyme, bay leaves, black peppercorns, and submerge with water.
How long is this gonna run?
12 hours.
And that's the stock that we're holding for the dashi?
Absolutely. Put in some ginger, a little garlic,
lemongrass,
soy sauce, bonito flakes, kombu,
cilantro, green onions. All right, how long is this gonna go?
For an hour on high heat, and then we're just gonna drop it for 30 minutes on a simmer and then strain it. We also add lime juice in ours for a little bit of brightness. So here's our brisket.
Gorgeous.
We are going to take the point of it off and chop this up into cubes.
Super tender, not dry.
We cook till an internal temperature of 203.
I can't have this. I only cooked at 202. I can't have it.
Our Pitmaster rub, Texas-style barbecue sauce right
That you make in-house also?
Yes.
Back to the smoker.
For 1 hour at 250. So, we're assembling our Pitmaster ramen right now.
Okay.
Drop our pre-blanched ramen noodles in our dashi broth.
Where are the noodles from?
Sun Ramen Company out of Hawaii.
Those
They're
are
the best.
ones.
Our 6-minute egg.
I can only have a 4.3276519 egg.
On high heat or low heat?
That's on medium.
Noodles and broth right into our bowl. Pickled carrot that we do in-house. Pickled jalapeno, also done in-house. Shaved radishes.
Which we did at the barber shop.
Some chopped scallions. And then comes our burnt ends. Fresh cilantro, toasted sesame oil. That is how we do ramen.
Yeah, just what I expected to see when I walked into the old Bluebird. Oh, you guys are still here? I was having a shovel fest. The dashi broth
is spot on. And it's actually a little more aggressive than maybe a typical dashi because you're gonna drop in these big pieces of burnt end, which I was so worried was just gonna turn into a smoke pit. It doesn't.
Absolutely not.
Love the acid of the pickling and a really good noodle.
Yeah.
Legit, bro.
Noodles going in.
The meat is so tender and juicy. It's got that umami, the whole sweet and sour and deliciousness.